Now, I know we're only 5 episodes deep into this 7th season, but this is an important one because I see it as the last episode, really, that we've got a straight running with the teams. Now, I'm not saying any game's easier than another, but there is that factor of looking at it on paper and thinking, we can do this, as we play one top 6 team. The rest of the teams I think we've already played, as the switch around is today. We're going into a second leg of fixtures and we're hoping to get further from the zone. Yes, people, welcome back to episode, like I just said, number 5 of season number 7 of this Grimsby to glory here on FIFA 23 on the MWS channel, of course. As if you're new around here and haven't seen any of this series before, as always, just whatever device you're on, stop for a second. Think you're going to enjoy this series, smash it a like as well, but if you haven't even watched yet, do us a little bit of a favour, me to you, first greetings, hit the subscribe button, it's completely free. And it helps us out big time. As I could see, the Champions League draw right there. That's a decent looking draw, that one. As spoiler alerts on screen right now. If you haven't seen the previous episode, of course, go and head back to that one. As you can see, the league table, we sit in 17th after 17 games on 14 points. That could be a lot higher, couldn't it? But we are skimming his way away from the relegation zone. You can see we've played a game extra of West Brom, Wolves, Everton, and even Bournemouth above us, and Palace just above that. It's going to be a tight fight at the end of this season. Everton, I can't believe that. 0 wins so far. We hammered them 4-1 with the likes of Bruno Fernandes. As we start off with Spurs away from home. Oh no, they're away from home. We're at home. And the rest of the games is Newcastle away. That will be an interesting game up at St James's Park. But more interesting ones is Crystal Palace, West Brom. I don't want to play the same team twice in the season, but I feel like that's important that we play it because of where they are in the league. As then we have Arsenal, Leeds, and then Newcastle again. Actually, I thought this was a lot easier than I suspected. Did I skip? I think I might have actually skipped this month and seen this month with Brentford and Nottingham Forest. We've got it wrong, so I might go ahead and play Crystal Palace, West Brom, and I'm thinking Leeds United away from home. That could be an interesting one. Then again, Arsenal are struggling, but we've played Arsenal before. Tottenham maybe on the second leg around. Newcastle we play next episode anyway. So I think that is a reasonable thing to do, as we've got to simulate straight to Tottenham and try and get a win. Now, I've no idea how we beat these, as Brahimi wanting to play. You can see the team is quite tired as well, so does he really step in? I don't know. I'm going to take Cookie out. Where is Brahimi? He's down in the reserves, so yeah, I think he should play. Ben Wayne will get took out for the simulation. Barrera as well will go with Santana up front and Saidi on the left. A bit of a rotation, but this is the team. Andrew in goal, Rankin, Costello, Andrea Papetti, Machida and Gleno, with Flynn Downs, Reggie Stone and Paradella. Diarra is going to have to be a right striker. No, right forward. That's a lot better for him. Santana up front and Christian Saidi on the left-hand side. Yes, Ben Wayne and Barrera rested against Tottenham. I think Newcastle's more of a winnable game, and we are looking at winnable games at the moment. Not, in fact, games that we just want to compete in, as they've got a very strong team. But 5 at the back, as we smashed 4-0 by Tottenham at New Blundell Park. Lautaro Martinez de Ketelare off the bench. Ben White, who made the controversial move across, and Emerson Royale, just to put the nail in the coffin. Even though it was 4-0, we've got to try and take that as a pinch of salt, as I'll rely on you when it matters, I'll say to Southwood. I think it is borrowed time, really, which is difficult, because of course it was the start of last season. I expect this coming from him. If I were a player, not saying I'd be one of them causing trouble, but I'd want to know why I'm not playing once I save 4 penalties in a penalty shootout the season before, as Everton pick up their first win of the season and close down the gap between us. Oh dear. Does not fill me with glee, as we're looking here at contracts. Anthony Glennon, Josh Eccles, Andrea Papetti, Reggie Stone, Liam Cox and Matty Pollock are all the ones running out very soon. And of course I want to sign a couple of these up. But then I also want to try and sign Felix Cook up. We've got a bit of a dilemma. I want to get this guy in first. And we can't settle the buy option until we get money in. And of course I don't want to be spending money that we have now when we've got money to add to it to try and sign a player. So they're going to have to wait until at least January, which is tough. The player I really don't want to lose is Papetti in particular. Just really don't. As Saidi's gone up a rating, that's nice to see. He's getting towards the Premier League standard. I'd say the minimum is 75, although we've got a lot of under 75, even in the first team, Galeno. As we're going to go back to his usual trio, Barreira's going to start solely up front, Santana and Ben Waine at the sides of him, Paradella down Stone. That is the team for Newcastle. So how's it going to go? They're on 30 points. Got a decent team. Joe Linton back up front. Interesting. As that man, we said we had a goal scorer in the last video, Hugo Barreira. Hugo. That's going to be his chant for him. He gets a brace and João Praz for the Geordies. But it's not enough. We win at the tune. I love it, lads. I love it as Southampton in touch over Felix Cook's appearances. Is this the end? He was really, really good when we first signed him. But I'd say he's middle ground now. So I'm not too overly fussed about actually getting him signed up straight away. And when there's the likes of Papetti almost out of contract, I think his priorities have got to come into play as Scott Powell wants to leave. 71 rated. Looks a decent youth player as well. Learn from experience. I'll have to say I'll have to let him go. As you're still in the squad, Christian, don't want to let him go. His stats are not the best, but he's an influential player. If you play Football Manager, you've got to keep them influential ones as Papetti. He's on 11k. I'm going to try and negotiate rather early on with him. I could delegate, but I want to face him myself. Not shy behind, of course, an assistant. As it's going to be very difficult to get this over the line. I'm going to try and butter him up with a crucial role. 3-year contract's perfect. I'd absolutely love him to stay 3 years. Except no release clause. But this is where it gets tough. How much can we spend? Only 18. Only 18 we can actually spend. I'll offer him it all. 18.8. Bit of an insult. Oh dear. We haven't got the money in to offer him it. That's what we're going to wait for. We're going to wait for Scales and Powell to leave. Both Powells, in fact. Now one wants to go. I wouldn't mind getting in the money. As now this is where the fun begins. Even though we did get a result. Simulated games as Brentford take a place between us and the zone. So that's a good little boost for us. Still it is 2 points, so we can fall in there at any moment. As Crystal Palace. Oh. Don't want to go straight into the played game. Hold your horses. I'm still a little bit fretty over the contract scenario, but I'm going to let it slide for now. I've got to let it slide. There's nothing I can do about it. Cookie's still on the bench, not in the first team, as it's Paradella and Reggie Stone ahead of him. We've got Machida still in there, ranking Costello. It's a little bit tired, but I'm hoping the trio up front today can pull us through in another big game against Palace. And Krill's still Palace's team, so that weirdly. Odero, Kongwa, Igor, Vivian and Akime at the back. Ugarte, Carrillo and Matazo. Tete, who scored the brace against us last time. Luka Jovic and David Neres is a good front three, you know. We've got to hope we get something out of these. Commentary saying enjoy the game to the fans, but oh, we've got to try and enjoy this game ourselves. We've got to get this win, haven't we? As Ben Waine straight on the ball into Mr. Stone. Here is Reg. Tries to get his pass off, but unfortunate not to, as it's on to Ben Waine anyway. Round the corner into Reggie Stone, who's got a bit of a run on here. Reggie Stone, oh, if he would have kept that in. Not a bad little move as we've got the ball here. Into the middle. Here is Ben Waine. Finds a little bit of a gap onto Reg. Reg is going to give it out wide into Rankin Costello to whip a decent one in. That didn't look bad as well, as we might have not won that header, but it almost still fell back to us. And now we're chasing back a little bit. We've got to watch as men who are running in front. Ugarte, Machida trying to put the pressure on. They've danced past Koki. We've got to try and cover him a little bit as he's back in the defence, though. Doesn't matter. And we've just got to watch these and drop back a little bit as they get the shot off and hit their own man. I tell you what, we got our winning as last one. We want to improve from the Tottenham result last time out at home. We're playing well. We're playing very well, as that's a good ball through the defence into Flynn Downs. Now on to Reggie Stones. Ben Waine running in behind. It's into Rankin Costello. Finds Ben Waine. Hugo Barrera's users. That's a brilliant 1-2. Fluid football and deserved a finish. Just got to be a little bit better with that one as Rankin Costello to run forward through the centre gap as he gets it onto Ben Waine. Ben Waine, oh, he's kept it in. It's gone into Reggie Stone. He does well to keep it in, does Ben? As Reggie with a goal for the Mariners, and we lead against Crystal Palace in what could potentially be a big 6-pointer come the end of this season. It's a glorious drag back and shot across goal. Brilliant from, of course, our youngster. He came in season number 1, as that's a touch out of his feet and a finish across net for 1. Absolutely love it, Reg. There's a ball through the middle there, and Papetti with the read. Straight into Flynn Downs, who's going to get running through this middle as well. Into Reggie Stone. Look at Ben Waine trying to make a road behind, but it just doesn't work. It goes back to Costello. Now we can go forward. Look at that for a killer ball to Ben Waine. Oh, and it's off the post, I think, and in. It's 2-0. It's too easy. What a finish. I've got to say something as well. Rankin Costello's having the game of his life as well as Reggie Stone. It was off the post and in. Can we get a better angle this way? Oh, the curl on that one and just the dink. Whew. Best time to get it as well just before that whistle as the half-time one goes. 2-0 Mariners. We carry on into this second half as well as Rankin Costello tried to get a tackle in there. Andrea Papetti. We've got the little nudge on him. So the ball will just break straight into Costello again and we'll get that through the middle onto Hugo Barrera, who gets it back into Reggie Stone. Unfortunate with the pass again. And they've got a bit of a gap. They've played a 1-2 around us. And we are struggling to get back, really. Ball through the middle. We've fallen over in the middle. Oh, and it's just wide. Gone ahead and took Costello off for Eccles. Now playing for a contract again. When's he not actually playing for a contract? He's always in the last couple of months of his, as Costello was shattered. Good game from him. As Ben Waine's lurking in the middle. Or it's Santana, actually. He really does need a goal in this town team as the ball's across the middle. Should have jumped at that. As Reggie Stone through the middle, here forward, onto Ben Waine with a little bit of a cutback. That's a good ball into Barrera. Santana takes a good first touch, but still cannot beat the defence. He tried to turn inside of them, and still that didn't work out for him as they've got a bit of a run forward. We'll read that. Andrea Papetti. Oh, brilliant. Look how we're passing it around their back. This is fluid football. This is really good stuff. Josh Eccles to whip it towards Santana, who's got his first goal. The number 10. It's a very, very scrappy one, but it's 3-0. That one's a lucky one for what should be, at the start of the season, I thought was going to be the main man, Santana. Turns out he isn't, but what a performance he's put in this second half especially. Gets there ahead of the defender. Bounce just put the goalkeeper off for 3 as Reggie Stone comes off for Felix Cook. We'll get him on. Don't want to upset Southampton too much as there's a pass down this side here. Josh Eccles with the switch across into Paradella off the defender. Very close. Just the 10 minutes as I want a clean sheet. And oh, there's a pass open to Paradella. Come on, Cocky. You've got to be better than that one as we've got to jog back as well. Come on, we keep them out at the end right here. That's a good little turn. There we go. We've conceded as usual goal. Quite poor. Full-on celebrations for it as well, which I think is poor from Luka Jovic. But he's got another Premier League goal near post. And sarcastic cheers from our Mariners as he gets his 5th of the season. Not as much as Barrera. As there's a ball through here. Onto Saidi off the post, who could join in the fun. He tries to. Can we chip? Oh, it's very, very, very poor technique from Cookie on that chip. As there shouldn't be long left right now. They shouldn't even get to move down the field, in all honesty, and they don't. A 3-1 win at home for the Mariners is just very, very pleasing. That's a big leapfrog job above Vieira's men. Job done. I think every player should be pleased after that one as 15th. That's looking a lot more promising. We are halfway to the elusive 40-point mark, which we really want to hit as we've got a quick turnaround here for the Baggies. And a lot of scout reports as we've also got we had an offer. But I wanted to see, did we have a cup game threaded in? The FA Cup, I'm pretty sure we did. Yes, Cardiff City away. I wouldn't mind going in the FA Cup a little bit, but then again, the Premier League's important. I think we play the Baggies, then we play Cardiff, simulate the next two. I think that's an okay thing. Already taking strides towards it, as I think Scott Powell looks very decent on paper, but if a player wants to leave the club, he leaves the club, and we can do with all the money we can get to sign some first teamers at this moment in time, or just sign some first teamers up. As do we even change anything after that? Koki Machida, I don't know. I just don't know. I think his training needs to be double intensity to get him really good. He's 31-year-old as well. I did not realise that. I did not realise that. Tommy Shepherd. Is it his time to step up? You know, I know he's 73 rated, but I think if he plays any game... No. I've got an idea. Play Koki in this game. Go to Shepherd in the Cup. See how he does, although it's Cardiff City. We'll see where we go from there, because I've got an idea of what my team can be for the FA Cup, and I'm pretty happy with my idea, but my ideal scenario going into that cup game is beating West Brom first. As the Baggies, Erins Dantaglu has changed the keeper, Furlong, Doyle, Ostergaard and Trusty still in the defence with Patino and Lependon, Gonomu, Karabek and Rico Richards with Maro Mendes up top. This is more like the team that we faced in the Championship, and of course when we played them last time I did say their Championship side felt, or against us at least, felt a lot better than their Premier League side that they put out last time, because of course we beat that 3-2. It should have been 3-0, let 2 late goals in, but this is back to the roots, and I don't like that it is, as I've just skipped past Papetti already, through on goal a little bit already, and it's already 1-0 4 minutes into the game. That is horrific defending. We've put us press on that we usually do at the start of games, and Karabek's broken through. We beat them in the last 6-pointer. We're not going to win this one. It's just a ball through there. He takes a touch back. Andrew, I know he's come out a little bit, and I know he's good usually, but that's poor goalkeeping. I don't think it's too much his positioning. It's just what he does. It's just what he does. He just flaps at the ball, as now we've got to try and get his head back in it. Conceded the usual early goal that we either score or concede, as Reggie Stone, to try and get us back into this one. Rankin Costello running down this line. He's going to look for a pass back, but it gets a tackle. Come on, we've got to be better than we started, as Ben Waine into Hugo Barreira. Look at that ball that's around. We can get this to the back post if we want. Towards Santana, in fact. Wasn't an offside position. West Brom's De Stantoglu with that catch. Paradella on the ball here again. Goes forward. Look at Hugo Barreira go. Just going to slowly dribble with it as it's into Santana. Santana looking over the top to Reggie Stone. Oh, he's given ball. Give over, as we've got the ball back in the middle anyway. Into Paradella. Tried to step away from his man, but we've lost it in the centre. Now on to Rico Richards. That's a ball over the top for Maro Mendes. They've still won it. Papetti's getting rounded every time today. Same with Machida. But that's a good tackle. He's given a penalty. 1, it was a good tackle. 2, it was outside of the box. But the referee's pointed to the spot somehow in that madness. He's given a penalty. No. For me, he gets the ball. That's a bad angle. As Karabek for a double in this game against Andrew. Scores it. It's 2-0 Baggies. For me, it's poor officiating, as we're going to go into the break now 2-0 down. And that's just a bit too big of a gap for my liking. Simply have to be better, as we've got the ball here onto Reggie Stone. Reggie Stone into Ben Waine. Can we try and play that across the middle? We do. Hugo Barreira was lurking. He was lurking for that ball. Albion fans in full voice, as if we could nick one before half time. I'd feel a lot more promising about it, but nope. Pass wasn't a good one. We go into the changing rooms deflated, with 2 goals to chase. Not what I wanted from this game so far, as Rankin Costello. How are they giving it their way? That's a foul and our ball. I think the officiating in this game's been absolutely woeful, as Reggie Stone keeps the ball, and he's give that as a free kick. Referee, have a look at yourself, as the header is scored. Referee has made 2 errors in the build-up, and they've scored from it. That's shocking. It wasn't a penalty. It was a throw-in to us, and not a free kick to them. They've whipped it in. Mendes with the header. Andrew came out, crossbarring in. This is shambolic. Yes, I'm bringing the word out now, as we've got to get that pass into the middle, and we do. Now onto Reggie Stone, who gets it off into Flynn Downs. Flynn Downs to run forward a little bit here. Finds a gap towards Ben Waine. Still didn't work out for him, so now we've got to backpedal a little bit. That's straight out of play. Santana with the turn and pass into Reggie Stone right here. There's a ball in the middle to Ben Waine, I think that is, if we could use it, but that's a terrible touch. Moved away from the ball as there's a... Did he say there were a link to our club there? That's the first time I've seen that happen, because there's honestly no links to anyone. We've made no approaches as Gleno forward through that gap. We've got to be quick if we're going to get anything from this game. It's going to be an uphill struggle, but that's a good ball over to Ben Waine. Oh, down the keeper's throat. Very poor as Flynn Downs across the field. Now that's going to go down the line into Barrera, who manages to keep it, does the striker, gets it into Santana, onto, I think that's Stone, and that's one back. Reggie Stone with a good hammered finish. Just get the ball if you can, but he won't do it. Going to try and get Diarra on for Santana in a minute now to go on that right-hand side. 20 minutes left. They got two very late on against us. Who says we can't do that to them? With, of course, that last goal not counting. I don't want to draw, but I'd damn well take it as the scoreline looks as it is. As now we've got the ball up to Ben Waine. It's gone out wide into Rankin Costello to get a bit of a run on. Barrera is in the centre. A bit of a nudge. Of course, we never get free kicks, even though it's on strict refereeing. As that's a ball into Ben Waine. He's given offside. He's a shocking referee. Shocking as Ben Waine gets there first. On to Reggie Stone now. Reggie Stone to run round the houses a little bit. He's got men in the middle. I was going to go alone. Tackle came in, but we avoided it. On to Costello. Edge of the box. Play that through. Paradella's there. He couldn't get his shot off, but still the pressure kept firmly on the Baggies. Ben Waine is upfield struggling. Diarra gets the ball passed into him. We've got the ball here. Oh, we've tried to pass it one too many. That's an error in my book as we've tried to win the header. Rankin Costello gets it down. Still over the head of the defender. We've got it into Ben Waine. Good shot. Reggie Stone to pick up on it. Pass into Ben Waine here. It's through bodies. We've got 3 minutes left. 3-2. It's what they did to us. Come on, lads. Get this press on. We get a point from the Baggies, even though we've probably not deserved it. As a sloppy pass from Rico Richards. How much added on? How much? 2 minutes. There's a ball through there and we don't reach the ball through. Get the press on. Keep them upfield. If we touch this ball, we've got a chance as it's back to the goalkeeper. However, oh, and he's passed it through the gap. Oh, we gave it a good go at the end of the half, but it's not enough. 3-2. If they wouldn't have scored that goal that shouldn't have been a goal, well, two of them, the penalty and that one in the second half, we would have got something. Frustrated with the officiating. Oh, very frustrated. FA Cup's the game that has to try and put us on track a little bit. As Scales departs, Powell departs. Felix Cook is going back to Southampton. He's going back. I mean, I wish him all the luck. We could look at it later on. Since you haven't been successful, recommend you avoid this situation. Definitely not. I do not want to get rid of Papetti. He's going to be a main man for us. As we're going to turn to the academy for a second. Leon Marshall we're going to promote, because I want to, of course, get some of these out on loan. And Ryan Jones will go with as well. We'll leave the rest just for now. As we've got some money in now from the players going out, can we approach the contracts? Can we delegate Papetti? He's not available for renegotiation. Okay, that's a bit of a harsh one. Reggie Stone, he's come up trumps this season, hasn't he? So we're going to see if we can get Reggie for a little bit longer, which of course we want to do. An important role. He accepts. Good. 2-year contract. We'll try and give him. He wants a 4. We'll accept that for Reggie Stone. Like him on the long ones. 30k. And that's signing on bonus. That's a bit extreme if you ask me. We can go 27.5. Is that okay with you? He wants 33. He wants his wage up in 29.5. And a bonus of that, because you're asking for too much. You are asking for way too much, Reg. 30k plus that bonus. I know with Premier League, but we've got a lot of players to account for. He's really asking for too much here. He's not that high rated. Just take the 30 and go. Please, Reg. A lot of luck, a lot of lag just there to try and get that transfer over the line. As Anthony Glennon. I think I might delegate the rest of these ones. Start the wage at 45. No. Start it at 15 and you go no higher than 30. No higher. As he wants a 2-year extension, an important role. 25.5. 25.5. Don't know what's wrong with these players as we're going to try and take that appearance fee off. Sign-on bonus can stay. 23. You've got to take it. 26. Gleno, you've been with me since season number 1. I thought you'd have a bit more loyalty over money. 25 we'll just have to settle with. I really didn't expect that from him, but at least we've got him signed up. It might not be a starting left back, should I say? I don't know, actually. But we'll try and keep him here as Liam Cox. Oh, 6 months. Dominic Knight's running out. Bobby Dennis is running out. And Ma, I don't know on. But Josh Eccles, I'm going to leave a little bit longer. And Papetti is an important one. And as always, I like to have a look at my half a loan spells here for these players. As Harley Hartley, I should say, actually. He's 69 rated, 18-year-old. That's not too bad. Of course, Marshall's straight on that loan list. Hoping he can beat him. Going to get James Poole on that as well. Of course, Scott Powell will leave, hopefully. Willis is okay. Alfie Farmer's doing well out on loan. 70 rated. Very nice indeed to get a midfielder through the door. Jackson Blackburn, 70. As defenders are doing very well out on loan. Curtis Wright's doing good as well. I'm quite pleased with it. Scott Powell's agreement to go to... don't know who it was. It was the Portuguese club, wasn't it? It has gone through, though. That ups us to 7 million. Got a bit of money to spend. There's some offers in here. Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich want Dominic Knight. I'm in no place to turn that down. I'll accept it straight away. As Ed Knowles is approached by Burnley, another one of his youngsters. I'm feeling that gathering the money from these can actually... I hate to say it because it is a youngster, but could do us some good. It's a good rating and everything, but is he going to step into the first team? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delegate it, and I'm going to up it to 6.5. Try and get out of Vincent Kompany. It's the price tag we're going to set as... Oh, it's broke down. Oh, maybe I should have accepted it. It would have been good money in, wouldn't it? But now he's actually turned it down. Do we let him stay as Ben Wayne? Udinese. Udinese. We're going to have to check if they're in Europe and how they're doing in the league. As there wasn't in Europe, which is good. Because, of course, I don't like to sell players if I don't think it's a realistic move for them. Where are they in the Serie A? Oh, the 12th. The 12th. I don't think he'd want to move. You know, he speaks the English language. The Premier League's a big pull. I'm going to reject it for Ben Wayne, which is what I wanted to do anyway. So we've got Palmer asking to play, but I don't think he actually goes into this team. I don't want to change it fully around, because of course it is the FA Cup, not the Carabao. We want to win this as well. As Knowles unlucky just to not be included. He's got very good stats, but it's got to be Tommy Shepherd, hasn't it? With Matty Pollock. Got Southwood coming in, Eccles, Gleno stays in. Paradella, it's just easy to say who stays in. Downs, Paradella and Santana. Paul actually gets a start because it's definitely apparent to me right now we need midfielders. 100%. We've only got Reggie Stone and the two that's already still in there. Diarra's kind of a midfielder, but still, I like to play him up forward a bit. And Christian Saidi, I don't know why I keep going to call him Anthony. I don't know why. As how much money have we got? Did we get any more or am I just being stupid? No, I'm being stupid. 7 million. I think a midfielder's needed. And if we've still got money left, a left back. As Cardiff City, however, in the Cup, I want to progress and get some money in. And Cardiff City's lineup, Carter Green, Perry and G, Sully Malia, Koulibaly, Mark McGuinness, Joel Bagan, Ryan Wintle, Christian Paredes and Eli King. They've still got Bloxham up top, Mehmet on one wing and Tanner on the other. Solid City side, so we've got to be, of course, on as best of form because although we're in the Premier League, I still think it took us a bit of an effort to get out of the Championship, which I think you guys will agree upon. Took us the playoffs, of course, and sneaking into them. As here is Santana into Saidi. We want to try and get going if we can, though, still. As Gleno to whip a decent ball in, and that's a header one. Not a great one. Just got to keep this press up as Regan Poole. He was the one who won the header, the youngster. Straight in the team here for a start, as that's across the field. Paredes now in the middle again. Just couldn't get that ball off. Flynn Downs puts it across the centre to get a whip in towards Santana. Unfortunate. Just a small player, isn't he? As that was a pass off again. Thought we had an injury in the middle, but we luckily don't. The passing's good here. Very good. Santana's through, but we've opted for Saidi through the middle. Taking his shot on and another save. At least we need to keep this up. Just all over Cardiff. Don't let them get a chance as Josh Eccles. He's gone down with a crucial injury right here. Who do we put on? Reeves? He's not really the best right back, is he? Can Pollock play there? No, not at all. We're going to have to go with Louis Reeves, the young 17-year-old left wing back at right back. He gets his chance against championship opposition as now Saidi tries to keep hold of this ball, but he just can't do it. We've lost it. Blocks him. Playing the 1-2 around the corner. That should easily be into us, and it is. As we'll pass this away right now. Reeves into the centre. Paradella pass across into Flynn Downs. We'll get this forward. Diarra will wait for Reeves. Here we go. Louis Reeves to keep on running. Can he whip a decent ball in? It's not too bad. He just can't rise. Cardiff's first real move forward here in the middle. Perry and G, the captain. We're going to watch on the edge of the box, and we do. Tommy Shepherd with the read. Takes it on his chest. Luckily, he didn't touch that with his arm. As here is Christian Saidi to run down this wing a little bit. The 29 number as Santana gets it through the middle. Oh, the second touch was horrific. He needs a bit of form. Cannot stress it enough. It's like Gyökeres all over again. And I hate to say it. Is our number 10 or our number 10 role, not shirt number, but number 10 role, is it cursed? Is it? As that's a turn from Saidi, not a great one. And we've got another injury. Is that Flynn Downs? It may well be. We're going to stop it. It is. That's another midfielder. Oh my, Paradella's going to have to sit. Or do we just push him forward a little bit? We'll do that. Half-time whistle goes. 2 injuries. One to a right-back who is a central midfielder when we've lost 2, Powell and Cook. And now an injury to our captain midfielder, Flynn Downs. Paradella and Stone have a lot lying on their shoulders. As Santana gets the ball thrown into him right here, and he's jogging on the spot around. Into Brahimi Diarra. Can we get this out wide? We'll try. Into Anthony Glennon. First touch. Ball swung around the corner. Oh, and Diarra. Best chance of the game. Very unfortunate, as here is Louis Reeves. We've got it into Tommy Shepherd. Having a good game. Machida's going to have to watch his back now. As we've got that around to Gleno. And I see Saidi in the middle. We'll try and whip it into him. Here is Saidi. What a save from the goalkeeper. At least we're making some chances. They're all coming down Gleno's side. As this is the first corner we've had in ages, isn't it? I can't remember the last time we actually had one. As Diarra to whip this in. Santana peeling off. It'll fall to one of our players again, and it's over the bar. And 15 minutes on the clock as that's round the corner. We try to jump into the tackle right there. Blocks him. Gets tackled by Matty Pollock. And we're going to get this ball straight forward. Hugo Barrera. Barrera out wide into Gleno. Gleno. Santana was trying to run through. Unfortunate he didn't twig onto that one, as that's a brilliant blast over the top into Bloxham. Now a ball forward. They've squeezed it forward. Reeves is on the back of his man a little bit. We've got to make sure they don't steal it. Oh, they've touched it in. Tyler Bloxham. Oh my, we've dominated this game. Oh no. We've been all over Cardiff City. And I tell you what, it's just a ball across the box. Gleno, I'm very disappointed in that. After signing a big money contract, his first of his career, lets it go straight past him, into the tall man, to just tap it home into the goal. Now we've got to go forward. We've got to get this press on. We've got to at least get a goal. I'd take a replay actually now, even though we're in the Premier League. I would take a replay. I've took the gamble in playing, and I want to actually do well in the cup for some money. As Barrera's come off the bench, he's got the ball. Oh, wow. What a poor shot as get this pressure on. Ball over the top, and they've won it and got it down now. Still looking to try and get it round us. Santana with the read. 3 added minutes. Barrera's on a move. Is he going to get this? He tries to. Cardiff still with the clearance. Reggie Stone doesn't get there. Paradella does. Game over. Cardiff City progress. We've lost in the FA Cup to the Championship side. Oh, we should have focused on the Premier League. We should have focused on them. We should have even simulated this one. A lot of them players who have got themselves in this team have not done themselves justice. I've really got to think about going forward now. Majorly disappointed in the lads as we've got a couple of things in. Josh Eccles 2 months, Flynn Down 2 months. Monthly scout reports. Have we got a midfielder in the ranks? No, we don't, but it was a very good take in that, a youth intake. As we change Reggie into a central midfielder, now the formation's shook up a bit. Try and get his physicality trained. As we definitely need a midfielder at this club. Performance that, frankly, I think a lot of our midfielders should be shamed by. should be hung out to dry in the media, as we do need a signing to come through these doors. Midfielder, Desperado. Can we go and find one? Actually, before we do, because I think we do need more than one. We've lost 3. We've made 1 from the youth academy, but he's not the best one. There is a good young midfielder who is out on loan, and with it being the window, I can just technically say I'm cutting it short, which I am doing. And I've given him 6 months out in Turkey. Alfie Farmer, there won't be the biggest fan, it's only 6,000 to call him back. I'll call him back straight away. And I'm looking at all these players on my list, and honestly, we don't have the money yet. We do not have the money as view offer. Have we got another offering? No, it's Dominic Knight. It's still processing that one, as I'm going to, of course, wait a little bit longer to see the money that we get into the club, and then I think we do make this signing that we desperately need, as there he goes. 2 million for his 3rd choice goalkeeper. Don't mind it. Questions on his 2nd choices. Look at that. Matty Pollock's contract's running down, apparently. Is it? Is it? I didn't think it was, actually. No, 6 months. Did I just miss that one when I looked at it before? I think I must have just scammed over it. As can we go in ahead for Andrea Papetti again? Yes, we can. Right, that's a lot better. I'm going to start it at 20, and I'll say 40 for this guy, although I don't want it going over. They want more than 40 for Andrea Papetti. Whoa, that's going to be a struggle later on. That's going to be a desperate struggle. As on to Arsenal. On to Arsenal, and we're looking at scout reports. Just, they're not good enough, the players that we're looking at. They need to be better. We'll get scouting still a little bit more. And we can only wait and see what pops up in terms of midfield, as we're going to go with this team. Farmer straight in it. It's back to the usual. And Shepherd at the back. Machida. Actually, we're going to play Machida in game, don't we? Yes, I said I'd play Shepherd from now on, but Machida was better. Farmer in the midfield, which is the only change. Paradella stepping into that role right here, sitting back, even though he's got 64 physical and 62 defending, I think that was. He's better than the other 2, which are more attacking midfielders, as Arsenal struggling themselves this season. Can we cause an upset here, like we just got upset ourselves? We don't. Reggie Stone with our goal, Ferreira with a brace, and Barreira. We almost got a point with 10 men. And a striker sent off. Oh, it's not good enough, is it? As player suspended, Barreira. Southwood, he wants to leave. He's told me he wants to leave. And Papetti's happy. I'm going to say proud of you, because I really do want to keep you here, Andrea. I just need to somehow keep you happy. But with Southwood wanting to leave, that should be some money. I know it's pessimistic, as Cox has had an approach for him. Rakau wanting Cox as a short-term loan for Louis Reeves. I need to keep players here at the moment. This is not turning out to be a good window at all. Still, I'm trying to slowly stack up the money, as there he goes. Cox is left. He has left. 69 rated. We weren't going to get much money for him anyway. He's leaving to go play football elsewhere. I'd rather him just leave than me put him on the transfer list. He's going to the Polish club Rakau. That is a shame to see him leave, but inevitable, as Barreira. We're going to have to change him. That's inevitable. Him coming out of the team. We'll go for Ilayo. No, we'll go for Marshall. He's on the loan list, but we'll put him on the bench. Why not try and get more youth through? It's a season of youth and survival this year, it seems. Because we'll get a different goalkeeper on the bench. If we had one, we don't. Of course, Knight did leave. Southwood's going to be on the bench. Can we recall another goalkeeper? Spending all his money on recalling players. Curtis Wright. 3,000. We'll do it. We'll bring him back to the club and he can be his backup. I'm guessing he'll accept the role a little bit more, as I'm going to simulate Leeds United. Same team apart from Diarra, of course, forced into that change. Can we beat Leeds? We do, you know, with the struggles off the field here with transfers, which we will sort out next episode. I've got faith. Diarra with a goal. Ben Waine as well. Leeds brushed aside. Good result. Up to 15th in the league. What I love to see. As progression refinements, I'm just going to not look at them at the moment because I want to focus on actually transfers at the moment. We have, what do we actually have? 8 million plus the weekly budget. Can we alter this? I don't know how you actually alter it. Can you not alter it anymore? Or am I just looking over this a little bit too much? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't know how I'm going to look at it. But, of course, Southwood handing in the transfer request should potentially get us a bit more money, and if he does leave, he's 31, so maybe not too much money, but it's money nevertheless. We've got good youngsters coming through, which is a good thing, which of course can make us money in the future. A very nice looking academy at the moment. Ewan Jameson, Vigo Pedersen looks very, very good. Just promoted quite a few. Tony Roberts as well still. Ellis Gale's been there a long time. I'm happy with the academy, which I think will step up and give it their all for the first team once it's time for them. And I'm happy with the team at the moment. Or am I actually? No, I'm happy with the team, not happy with the injuries. I think we've definitely got some signings to make. A central midfielder, potential left back for Gleno. I love him, but he's just maybe edging out of Premier League quality. And maybe just another quality addition. But it's going to be hard with roughly 10 million. But it's a challenge we look forward to. Thank you guys for watching this episode right here. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with that notification bell on as well, so you don't miss the next episode, as I will see you all in that one very, very shortly. Take care of yourselves in a bit, and peace.